E aí, aqui é o GVN. No vídeo de hoje eu trago uma entrevista com o criador do jogo Direct Contact, que é um FPS tático que promete entregar uma experiência realista focada no trabalho em equipe. O jogo ainda se encontra na fase pré-alpha, mas já conta com diversas mecânicas interessantes e essenciais para um FPS tático realista. Se eu tivesse que descrever o jogo de uma forma mais fácil para quem nunca jogou, eu diria que ele é uma espécie de Arma 3 com elementos do Ready or Not, mas também consigo notar várias mecânicas que lembram bastante o Tarkov, Ground Branch, entre outros games desse gênero. Enfim, para aqueles que não sabem, o criador do Direct Contact, chamado Erling David, ou Ed, é um cara nascido no Brasil, mas que quando era bem novo acabou indo para Noruega com a família, onde ele cresceu e ficou boa parte da sua vida. Posteriormente, o Ed voltou ao Brasil e hoje ele mora em Recife, Pernambuco. Dito isso, bora lá para a entrevista com ele. Primeira questão, como começou a sua jornada no mundo dos FPS táticos 1005?
That's a very good question. So, eu comecei a jogar computadores quando eu era jovem, né? 94, por esse ano por lá, né? Eu nasceu no Rio de Janeiro e mudou para Noruega. E eu comecei a jogar computadores quando eu era 14 anos por lá, 13 anos. E quando eu entrou no the tactical FPS games, right? Era 98, then Arma in 2004.
O que você joga hoje em dia de jogos táticos 1005? So, what kind of shooters, FPS games you play nowadays?
So I have Arma 3, I have 6,200 hours, so 6.200 horas no jogar no Arma 3. É muito horas. Eu comecei a jogar o Arma 3 em 2013, porque 2013 era o Arma 3 foi lançado, né? E eu tava no Noruega, eu comprei um laptop gamer e tava jogando Arma. Eu tava tão viciado no Arma e eu joguei esse jogo 6 horas e 6.000 horas e 200. É muito horas.
Você tem mais horas do que eu no Arma 3. Eu tenho acho que em torno de 3.800 horas no jogo, no Arma 3. Você tem mais que eu.
Isso é muito bom. É muito bom, porque o Arma é um jogo intenso, você pode fazer tantas coisas, né? Te planejar, ser missões e planejar como você quer, how do you say it, do your missions, right? You have the editor, and it's really, 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 really nice, you know? So the time just fly by.
E o que te levou a criar o Direct Contact?
Porque em 2017 eu ainda tinha o meu Discord, né? Nós não era um grupo muito grande, não. Eram 400 pessoas. Ainda tenho as pessoas aí no Discord que estavam comigo, antigo, esses anos para trás. Ele está aqui comigo mais de 5, 7 anos no Discord. E eu estava criando missions, né? Para o Arma 3. E chegou umas pessoas, like, oh, Ed, esse mission aqui é muito legal, muito bom, assim. Eu estava fazendo código, né, para o Arma 3, como você sabe pode fazer, né, com C++. E nós jogava isso, a comunidade aqui no Discord estava muito gostando do que eles estavam vendo e eles começaram a falar assim, oi, você era para criar o jogo seu e assim, né? E depois eu estava suscitado aí, a pessoa, né, eu falou com minha mulher nessa época, eu falei, chama criar um jogo. E eu procurou fazer, né, no Google, right? And then I stumbled over Unreal Engine 4. And then I just started creating my own game. I just started. I failed so much time from the beginning, 2017, 2018, because I didn't know shit about it. It took me many years to get to the point where I am right now, to be comfortable in the editor, right?
Quais jogos te inspiraram a criar o Direct Contact?
I think Arma 3 is on the top, right? And then I think it also will be Battlefield. I'm a very huge Battlefield fan from when I was younger, 2000 and 1998 when the old Battlefield came out, and 1999. All those games there, it was the inspiring, right? I will also say Call of Duty. I do like Call of Duty, but it did give me some inspiration for Call of Duty because some time back, it was this World War II Call of Duty games. I think it was in 2018, and we're talking about boots on the ground, right? And there were no boots on the ground when you look down, and it's still to this day on the missions of Call of Duty. If you play the newest Call of Duty, if you look down on that new Call of Duty, you don't see your boots on the ground. That's the trademark. Call of Duty, the boots on the ground, everything is dirty, everything is hard, but you don't see that. And that made me like, fuck, if I'm gonna create this, you will see your boots, you will have a full body to try to be the best that it could be for the money that I can do, because it's only me, right? And I think I'm nailing it. How the game is going forward, tell the truth. You can see your boots, we have leaning, we have high ready, we got low ready, we got tucked in. I also implemented now crouching. We also have bullet velocity that comes out from the barrels. We have physical bullets, right?
So it's just like in Tarkov, the bullet goes out of the barrel of the weapon, not like the center of a screen instead, right?
Yeah. It's a lot of games that use that center of the screen, right? So it's like a typical thing that people use, and that's not what I want. I want the more feeling, right? So we went far on the game, I have to say. So that's most of my comparison why I wanted to start. Also Rainbow Six.
Próxima pergunta. Quão realista você pretende deixar o jogo?
No, tell me the truth, you will never get a realistic game because it's the game at the end, right? You're sitting on your home and it will be a game. I'm creating it so you can have still fun, do some shooting, do some training and stuff like that. It's still a fun game. I don't want it to be too realistic, but it's realistic. You understand? It's very hard to put the realistic point in the game. Yeah, it will be a military simulator. You have to stock up. You always have to be aware what you're doing. Right, the enemy will flank you. They will run to you. They will go hide. They will go behind trees, behind covers, and then go out from the other direction. Maybe you think he's coming out from the same direction. He comes in, but actually he's going the other direction, right? And then he flanks you and he starts shooting. So it's realistic on this point. The AI is not just standing there dumbass and you can just shoot them. É só um jogo, mas ainda precisa ter essa realidade, né?
E o que o seu jogo tem que outros FPS não têm?
Company has a lot that a lot of games doesn't have. First of all, I think the speed and the movement of Dark Contact, a lot of games you don't have that. If you see, like comparison to Battlefield or Call of Duty, the speed is very fast. It's a fast-paced speed, and when people want some realistic game type, you know, if you go into a combat, you are not running and gunning because then you will get fucking shot. That's the main thing. So Dark Contact will have that feeling of you actually walking around with your gear. You are going slow. We have two type of walking speed. It's one that is tactical and then one is a little bit more jogging. So you can actually change your speed of how you want to approach a door, right? So say that you are with a friend or two, you want to approach a door, right? And then you go down to a tactical speed, right? Because then you know that you have to peek the corners and stuff like that. Instead of other game, they have the one space. That's it. You go in, you feel like you are floating around. But in Dark Contact, you're not floating around. You are actually with the boots on the ground. Understand what I mean? So that's one thing. So, but we also have like high ready, because let's say you are holding a weapon that is like 4 kilos, right? You can't hold that weapon for forever. Your arm will be heavy. So what military people do, they actually go to high ready, they put the weapon back so it will lean into your body and they hold it. That's a way for them to relax the weapon, because CSGO or Battlefield or Call of Duty, the weapon is always in your screen. Well, that's not how it works. People get confused on that. They think that's how it works, but that's not how it works. I was in the army when I was 14 years old, and on the youth army, and also when I was 16, and then I also joined in the Navy when I was 18. And I can tell you, those weapons and this gear that you walk with, you cannot hold a weapon like Call of Duty, holding the weapon in front of you all the time and then just zoom in and zoom out. That doesn't work. Like, the weapon in Norway are fucking heavy. It's like 4.6 kilos. You know what I mean? The old German weapon we used way back when I was a kid, right? So then you go up high ready or you go low ready. So that we have in the game. So after some time, the weapon will automatically take you down to low ready or high ready because you can't be holding a weapon like that all the time. So that's one thing that also separates Dark Hunter from other games.
Uma mecânica que tem aqui, que tem também no Ready or Not, é o sistema de grito pro alvo se render. Por que o jogo tem isso?
Because in real life you will also have civilians, right? So that's the thing here with Dark Contact. You will encounter civilians and you will also encounter, when it goes down the line, women and stuff like that. We will try to implement this into the game. But you don't want them to just be walking around like fucking idiots when you're fucking shooting at the bad guys, right? So we need to make sure that they also can apply so you just don't kill civilians because that's not the realistic part. Of course you can do it, but you also get a penalty while you're doing it. Like right now I had like keep this up and you will get court-martial, right? But that's one of the key feature of why we have yelling. And even though if it's civilians, you have the option to arrest them because you never know if a civilian is a suicide bomber or some stuff like that. So in the game right now we have suicide bomber, but you would probably like to kill them because you don't want to approach them too much. You can also use it to the enemies, but it's a fear factor. Dark Conflict has a fear factor, so that means when you're fighting against other AIs, right? They have a fear factor. That means they could fight, duck, shoot, and all that stuff, and you can shoot back on them, and they won't get scared. But in another scenario, you can shoot him in the leg, and he will give up, right? Because he has this fear factor. But some other time, you can shoot him in the leg and one in the arm, and he will still fight to the death. So that's also in Dark Contact why we have this.
Very good. That's awesome. It's like a morality system, right? They have a moral, and if the moral drops, if they're afraid, they will surrender.
Yes. So it's like fear. That's what I like to call it, a fear system. You know, you have a lot of people that will fight to the end, but a lot of them will give up.
Que outras mecânicas você pretende colocar no seu jogo futuramente?
So Dark Hunter would have a lot of other features that you haven't seen yet, from G-Lit videos to other YouTuber creators. And down the road is to make motors in maybe drivable vehicle, right? So you can drive vehicles in some of the missions and other mechanics like that. I also would like to build on the air system, so you can call in helicopters, right? So you call in motors, right? So it will be a lot of things going down. We are just starting. We had a great year with Dark Contact. 2022 was great. We had like millions of people seeing the game. We have like 8.4 millions on YouTube all in all from all the channels. So when we go down the road, I think stuff like this will be implemented slowly but in short term, right?
Enquanto eu jogava, eu vi que o sistema de customização era bem completo. Você pode falar um pouquinho sobre ele?
Yeah, no, so the system in Dark Contact is trying to fit all gameplay styles, right? You have like Escape from Tarkov, right? Escape from Tarkov, you can also add different attachment on the weapon. Some people think that's a little bit overkill, right? Because you can add one laser here and another under, another up, and then you fucking have 5 lasers on your weapon, right? But that's also what we have in Dark Contact. If you are this type of player that wants to have 2 lasers and then a flashlight and 2 scopes, you can do it, right? But that's not too realistic because a soldier won't do it, but the option is there for you. So you can have tactical lights and you can also have an under barrel, and it will raise your location where you're holding. And that would also do and give you some feeling in how the weapon is. So you can take the butt stock out a little bit more, and that would also give you a feeling how you look around. It's complex, but it's pretty good. I like it. It's a playstyle for everyone, right?
O jogo contará com armas especiais, tipo morteiro, lança-granada, lançador de foguetes, etc.
Yes, RPGs and stuff like that. Yes, definitely. It will come into the game. It's a part war, and the war is not only pistol and rifles, it's more heavy stuff. We have already grenades that you can throw on them, we have smoke, we have flashbangs, and it would also come grenade launchers and stuff like that. So yeah, if you have a sniper that would fuck you up if you hit him one time.
O jogo contará com veículos tipo de todo tipo, aéreo, terrestre, marítimo.
Yeah, but that's far away from it, right? We will start small and then go forward. That's everything with our content. I will start small and I will build on it. But yes, we are going to try to have that in. Definitely a lot of stuff.
O jogo terá suporte a mods feitos pela comunidade?
Yes, not at the beginning because now I'm creating it now, so I can't say that it will be when this year comes and stuff like that. But I think definitely when the dark content comes to the stage where I feel like the game is good for modding, then I think so, yes, because I am from a modding community with armas, so I know how important that is.
E quanto vai custar o jogo assim que ele for lançado?
So it's going to be $20 when it comes out on Steam.
E pra gente encerrar, você quer falar alguma coisa pros brasileiros assistindo?
Falar a verdade, eu amo todos esses brasileiros que estão escrevendo no canal, no YouTube, falando, oh, ele tá tão orgulhoso, é um brasileiro, fazendo isso. Pra mim, isso eu fico muito feliz, né? Eles, a lot of respect for that. A lot of people ask me, você é da onde? And I was born in Rio de Janeiro. And they're like, oh, go to Rio de Janeiro, shit. I love it. So, yeah, no, that's cool. I definitely love everything the Brazilians are, because it's actually a couple of hundred thousands of them already seen it.
Bom, pessoal, após isso eu só agradeci ao Ed por essa oportunidade de entrevistá-lo. Enfim, eu espero que vocês tenham gostado do projeto do Direct Contact. Muito obrigado por assistir até aqui, um forte abraço e até a próxima.